You can't find 10 Travis Hunters. It's impossible. So when you're not that guy, but you had the opportunity to be a first runner. You had the opportunity to be a second runner. But
He's a gremlin,
you
by the
blew it.
way. Travis Hunter is a
Who?
gremlin. All right, just so you know. He's going to be in the new movie, Gremlins 3, just so you know. He's going to have a starring role in that movie. He's definitely one of the
Yeah, I think he's
ugliest.
a. I
He's,
just pray that he stay on the defensive side. I
so do
really do.
I. So do I, because
Like,
offensively, he loves to brag. By the way, I was at the Heisman Trophy dinner. The guy loves to
mhm.
brag about he's a dual threat and everything like that. Why don't you just play one position? We all know that Dion came out and said that you are a corner, you are an all-pro corner. So play the corner position, and maybe if they use you in spots as an offensive wide receiver, maybe they stick you
But
here and stick you there. There should no way him playing a double dose. And I understand everybody says, well, that's why he was the second pick in the first round. There's no way he should be playing two-way bat football. I just don't think he's that type of player.
it'd be a detriment to them. It's never. Has it happened before? Like somebody actually being able to successfully turn around and play on the other side of the ball.
Mm.
Like it's not. It's not a thing. It's not an ability thing. And I think that's the thing that needs to be separated. Like, hey, do you have the ability? Absolutely. Should you know? Like you're not going to get on an NFL field and think that you're going to like your routes aren't like that.
Mm.
NFL style routes. Like you're not capable of coming out of breaks and cuts, and like you're not going to be able to fool a pro defensive back. And I think that people like, and I tell people like the Pac-10 is respected. We cool. So it's a Power Five school or whatever, right? But it's ACC and SEC been running this thing forever.
Yep.
Big Ten been running this thing forever. Same thing with Shadur, right? Shadur didn't beat nobody but what? TCU.
Yep.
They end up being under
TCU when
500
they
that year.
lost everybody after their championship
And they end up under
appearance.
500 that year. Like you haven't done nothing versus somebody for you to hang your hat on. I heard Cam say this. Like you haven't done nothing. And I was saying it, but he made it sound better. Like you haven't done anything that said, hey, Shadur is the guy. Travis, you went out there and think about this. Do you think Dion had any type of input in regards to making sure that they threw the ball, making sure that Travis was the one or two option?
100%.
So, what do you think that the NFL coaches is going to go into a game plan room and say, "Hey, yeah, we're going to focus on getting Travis the ball"? Like when I got a Tyreek Hill, when I got Justin Jefferson, like when I have a pro receiver, I don't need to. And it may not be to that caliber in regards to who's on the roster, but they are that person in that room.
Mm.
In that locker room. We're not finna just sit out here and play pitch and catch with you because of your name. He's an all pro DB. I think he has the ability to be able to break the bank as a defensive back and basically be the number one DB that we ever seen. That
Mm.
he has the potential to actually do that.
Mm.
That we seen in the game.
Well, we really
Ben
appreciate.
is a passing
Oh,
league now, right?
yes.
You talking about Dion and all the other greats that they used to run the ball. You still
Mm-hmm.
got Barry Sanders in that league. You still got Emmitt Smith. Like you got some dogs in that league that was running the ball, running the rock. Marshall Falk, different guys that was owning the league, running the ball. So you had to respect that. Now you're talking about a league now that's 70-75% pass.
Right.
So your numbers can shoot sky up. That's why Shanti came out and was challenging Dion. But that's another story. But
I'm just so
yeah,
you know, Travis Hunter is not going to be an all-world corner. I think everybody's out of their minds. I don't really think he's
you
as
don't
good.
think he a
No,
corner?
no, I don't think. I think he's highly overrated. I really do.
Oh
I
wow!
think he's highly
Tell me
overrated.
more.
Travis Hunter is one of the most overrated prospects I've ever seen come out of the NFL
Wow,
draft,
Errol.
and I
Errol,
think
you
the
hurt me hard.
Jaguars. They're the one organization that I know is going to make. They've always made mistakes, and they're making a big mistake on this gremlin. This guy is going to
Errol.
absolutely hurt this team. I'm telling you, he's not a team player, and he doesn't work very good with players. He's had a problem, and even when I met him at the Heisman Trophy, the guy was rude and very disrespectful. So and he has his woman tell him what's going on and what's not going on. Okay, he is not taking charge. He's not a person that is a leader, and you can see the difference in who he is as a person on and off the field. He's got ability. We all know his talents. I think he's
Okay.
highly overrated. I think he's highly overrated.
Highly overrated.
Highly overrated. I think you hear this.
Can we have the producer pin this?
Hear this.
We have to revisit this.
Hear this. 7 years he'll be out of the NFL. Travis Hunter, 7 years
on his own will or by.
But nobody's gonna want to deal with his crap. Nobody's going to deal with his 7 years.
This has to be the craziest take I've ever heard you say in my life.
7 years, he will be out of the NFL.
7 years.
7 years, you will be out of the NFL. DB. You can book it, buddy.
It's overrated DB.
Overrated. One of the most overrated defensive backs I've ever seen come out of the first round in the draft. He's not even he was not even the best DB in this class. He was probably the third. He wasn't the best wide receiver in this class, probably the fourth. He is one of the most overrated Heisman Trophy winners we've ever seen. So
I don't think he should have won the Heisman. But Errol, come on, Errol.
I'm telling you, watch. Remember, I said this.
This has to be.
You're going to come back to me and you're going to say that guy is a magician. How did he guess this was going to happen?
There's no way. I'm going to come back and say, Errol.
I got you.
Public apologies.
Listen, I'm telling you, there is no way he lasts longer than 7 to 8 years in the NFL, as a matter of fact. So think he's highly overrated.
Already guaranteed for it. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
This is unexpected. I'm so shocked.
Shocked to what? He is not as good as you think he is. He really isn't.
So
he's overrated.
You think
He's just overrated. I've seen a lot of guys come out of the draft and we thought he was going to be good and fallen off. It's his personality. It's his personality that doesn't match.
So athletic ability.
No,
it's personality.
It's personality. It's going to hurt him.
So
it's going to hurt him.
Personality is going to get him out of the league.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nobody's going to want him. Nobody's going to want to deal with that crap in the locker room.
10 interceptions.
He's not getting 10. He's not getting 10 interceptions in the NFL. First of all, he's skinny as hell. He better put some size on him because the guy has the skinniest chicken legs I've ever seen as a DB.
Yeah,
okay,
like 6'1".
Yeah, I was stood right next to him. And he's got a tremendous athletic ability. What happened?
You look better than him.
I know he was. I'm not very tall. I'm 5'10". The guy's 6'1", 6'2". But the guy has no size whatsoever. You can squeeze him like a bug. I mean, seriously, he looks like a gremlin. I mean, where's the picture? Did you find that picture, Fish?
You don't think they gonna put no weight on?
What happened? No, I just think his built is. I don't know if he's one of those. He's
naturally skinny, but he can still put like 5 pounds on.
How much?
You got a buffet.
5 pounds? He's going to need a lot more than 5 pounds. He looks like 170 pounds soaking wet.
Too crazy. He's a DB. He don't need to be too crazy.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, he's so overrated. You're going to see. I'm telling you. So overrated.
Insane.
One of the most overrated
players. You only
players.
saying this based off personality. You haven't given
No. I watched him play. I think who's he beating? Who? First of all, how many top end wide receivers did he play in the last 2 years? Not many. Who's he played against? Let him play against an NFL wide receiver that can run, and a good one, like even a Devontae Adams would beat him in the open field. I don't think he's going to be able to stop any of the fast and more talented guys. Tyreek Hill in the open field, is he going to be able to stop Tyreek Hill? I don't think so. How about Jalen Waddle? Is he going to be able to stop Waddle in the open field? I don't think so. I think he doesn't understand how much faster the NFL is from college football, and he's going to see it.
Nobody does until you get out there.
Exactly. And that's why I think everybody's overrating him. He is Ashton Jeanty.
That means everybody's overrated.
No. He is overrated.
Why not?
Because I've watched
Nobody else has played.
But here's the thing. He's the prototypical running back. Ashton Jeanty is. He can catch the ball in the backfield. He can beat you north and south. He can beat you east and west.
From Alabama came out with me.
Who, Richardson? Richardson?
Yes, Trent Richardson.
There's a lot of difference between him and Richardson. Richardson couldn't catch
numbers-wise. I'm talking about build.
I'm talking about catching the ball in the backfield and can do things and beat you on the outside. The problem with Trent Richardson is he was more of a north-south guy. He had one good year in the NFL, then he got traded for, 3 first-round draft picks? It was one of the biggest mistakes in NFL history. And again, Indianapolis probably regrets it. I'm sorry?
Why was it a mistake?
Because I just don't think he fit the NFL build. He didn't have a lot of speed.
Trent Richardson coming out of Alabama at the time?
I didn't like him. I didn't like him from Alabama. I didn't like Eddie Lacy either. Fat Eddie Lacy. I didn't think he was going to last in the NFL either. Couldn't condition himself.
Who's your prototype running back?
Who's my prototypical running back in the NFL right now? Probably Kamara. What's his name again? Kamara. Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara. Yeah, Alvin Kamara is my prototypical running back who can catch the ball in the backfield and beat you in the inside and the outside.
You like those type of guys?
I like guys that are athletically gifted, guys that can beat you in so many different ways. I just don't. Again, I look at somebody like a guy like Hunter. I don't think he's a bona fide number one corner, and he's definitely not a bona fide number one or number two as a wide receiver. I think he's highly overrated. I just think because he's a dual threat, everybody says, "Oh my God, like Shohei Ohtani. Oh, he's a good pitcher, and he's a good." I know we've never seen a guy get drafted as a two-dimensional type of player, so everybody loves him. So
he's a DB. He's not a wide receiver.
I agree with you.
Yeah, he's a true DB. If he's a waste of time if he go as a wide receiver. So this is you blew my hat off with this one.
Well,
7 years and
7 years.
Okay, I just want to make sure I get this right.
7
years.
He's done.
He's overrated. And
Yep.
you think he's a gremlin?
I think he looks like a gremlin. Yeah. Come on. Look at that face, man. Look at the gremlin right next to him. It's perfect. Look at that.
No, it's not.
He looks like a gremlin, man. I'm telling you right now, you can take this take to the bank. I am telling you right now.
We document this.
You can document it, stamp it on your board that Errol said the guy's not going to last past 7 years in the NFL. He's such an overrated player. Dude, I get killed on social media, but you want to know something? I've said a lot of crazy things that came true, and I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm telling you, he's a bona fide loser in the NFL. That's what he is. Bona fide loser. He's a dud.
Bona fide. And Jacksonville.
He's going to fail.
South, right?
He is going to fail in Jacksonville, buddy. Fail in Jacksonville. Everybody
fails
in Jacksonville.
Who's in that conference? Jacksonville.
It's the Titans, Colts, Texans.
Titans,
Yep.
Colts, Texans.
Yeah. In a terrible division. But the
They're
AFC.
not terrible. NFC South is terrible. Atlanta, Saints, Carolina, Tampa Bay. That's the terrible.
I'm telling you. You watch. Remember I said
this. The Titans is straight. They're good. And then you got Texans they playoff team.
I don't like his attitude, and I think players are not going to.
Yeah, you don't like the guy personally, but that's what I'm saying. You can't compare that to
I've watched his talent. I just think he's highly overrated. I just don't think he fits. All right. We got to go, buddy. But Quinton, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Keep it. I'm in mind, and
after the first year, after the first year,
4 games, and they got 2 interceptions. I want to be
Quinton.
I need to come
after
back on
the first year. First of all, he gets no interceptions this year. None.
First year, 0 interceptions.
Zilch.
First one.
Zip.
First one.
Absolutely
producer. Make sure you put this down.
0.
First one.
Put it down. Put it down.
Quinton
0.
Coples the guest immediately.
Yep.
Whatever
0.
live is next.
That's right.
Immediately.
0
Make sure.
interceptions.
Don't tell Errol. Just let me pop up.
I got you. 0 interceptions. You marked that one. First year. No interceptions in his first year. Remember I said that. Yep.
I'm documented.
Documented. And you can take that to the bank, buddy. Anyways, we love you, Quint. And
I love you guys too, man. Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. And we really appreciate the time as always. And keep up the good work, my friend. You're doing some good things.
No doubt, man. Listen, man, you guys are killing it, man.
Thank you.
Keep talking ball, man. It's good talking to people who actually understand the game.
Well, we really appreciate that. And you can just remember, Q's going to remember that Hunter is going to be a dud. That's all I'm going to say.
It's documented. The folks see it. The people that's in here, they saw it. They done pinned it and everything. We good to go.
Listen, when you go to Dunkin' Donuts, when you go to Dunkin' Donuts and you're ordering those those munchkins with jelly donuts, the munchkins that have jelly in it, and you never get enough jelly in it, that is Hunter right there. Travis Hunter is the jelly that never fills the donut. That's what he is.
Okay.
All right. So remember that. He's the Krispy Kreme,
listen.
The Boston Cream, and he likes to play with himself too. I
got this put on my calendar. Right. First, I might watch more. I'm gonna watch more Jacksonville games than I ever.
Travis Hunter interception against the Jets confirmed.
The only
oh boy, please don't let it be versus the Jets. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so. Oh man,
It's
please
not
don't let me
happening.
break